Peace and joy, guys. Welcome back to another video, Drumheller Farms. And hey, I'm out here at the pastured poultry operation. We got a bunch of turkeys here. There's more turkeys in the house. We've got fresh chicks down there that just went on pasture this week. And then we've got some chickens here that are just about finished. These guys are about ready to go to the old freezer camp here. So egg layers are over there. They need to be moved here today or tomorrow, probably tomorrow, with all the things I got to do today. And so today I got to move cattle. Guys, we are officially done with first rotation, and we're going to start our second rotation here. I'm going to show you a spot that I overgrazed on first rotation that you guys were very graceful telling me, you're going to see it's going to be just fine. They're going to go into that in the morning. Tonight they're going to hit up this, what we call the stream field. So it's this little area here where we fenced off the stream. We're going to, what I call, flash graze that. They're going to go in, graze that off really quick. They're going to spend a few hours in there grazing that off, and then tomorrow morning I'm going to move them to where I overgrazed on first rotation. Let me tell you, it's some beautiful stuff. But I got to get these poultry chores done, and I got to tell you guys something here. And boy, I'm doing a lot of soul searching over this right now. I'm really taking a hard look at this poultry operation this year. I'm going to tell you something, guys. A lot of work goes into raising 250 chickens a month. All right. You know, when I started doing the chickens, 100 a month, you know, I said, this is the easiest thing I've ever done. And and I think it still could be at 100 a month. You open that production up to 250 a month, and it's just become a burden, man. And it's a burden that I'm really getting sick of with everything else that I have to do, not only on the farm, but off the farm. So it's something that I'm taking a really hard look at. And basically what I'm doing, because how we run our chickens is I raise as many as I can all summer long so that we have enough to sell until the next year, right? And so what I'm gonna do is, at the end of this year, I'm gonna see what I got into chickens, what I got into feed, not even including my time, and then what is my potential profit, okay? Because the next step is you have to sell it. You can raise all the meat you want, but if you don't sell it, it ain't worth nothing. So my plan is, what's my potential profit? You guys, mostly how we sell our chickens is boneless, skinless chicken breast, bone-in thighs, drumsticks, and wings. That's pretty much our selling a bird. Sell a very few whole birds, sell very few bone-in chicken breasts, a little bit of boneless, skinless thighs, but primarily it's all boneless, skinless chicken breast, bone-in thighs, drumsticks, and wings. So what's my potential profit on that right there? And I'm going to tell you guys something. If it ain't there, if it isn't there, I'm not going to mess with them anymore, because this is coming out here and spending an hour and a half every day moving chickens. It's not what I want to do every day in my summertime. Come along with me today. We're going to move cattle over on this side of the farm, start the second rotation, and today is August 1st. So we have made it from May to August on first rotation. Guys, it is hot, man. Talking like 90 degrees, and It's got to be close to 100% humidity out here. It looks like it's gonna just rain any second, and it's just dripping wet, man. It's bad. Supposed to be getting some pretty good rains tonight, so I hear. Glory to God. Time to fill up their water. And guys, here's what we've done on the farm here. This poultry field, we've ran frost freeze every 100 foot. So I can put myself on here a 200-foot hose, and I can reach any place in this field. When I can't reach it anymore, it's time to hit the next one up. I got another one down at the far side down there. This spring, I ran all those new frost freeze, and it's made chores a heck of a lot easier. And now here I am thinking about downsizing on the chickens, but man, it's just a lot of work. It's just a lot of work for all these chicks. And I want to make sure that production is not going up and price is going down. These guys are just about ready to be taken into processing. All right, well, I tell you, if it's one poultry I don't want to cut back on, it's the turkeys. I really enjoy doing the turkeys. It's a very easy operation. You know, we're moving them once a week, twice a week sometimes, and it's a very, very easy operation. We're starting to offer ground turkey by the pound. We have turkey breasts, of course, whole turkeys, and turkey bacon. So I think those are gonna be great sellers for us. You know, as soon as we get out there and start selling it, people are gonna, I think, be all over it. Here is the next generation of chicks. There's another 250 of them out here. Actually, there's only 200. I downsized this batch just a little bit. And I got another 20 turkeys over here. I keep them in a small crate till they get big enough to respect the net fencing. I'm not doing anything with these guys because there's not very many in each crate, and I just put them out here. They're small. I moved them yesterday, and I can already see there's tons of forage in there that they haven't even trampled on. So I just want to check their waters, which were good there, and the feed's all full. All right, egg layers. They're ready to be moved. I'd like to move them tonight. Oh, this sucks. What happened here? Huh. This is a first. This is a first. I got a chicken. It's got his leg wrapped up. That's a rooster. Got his leg wrapped up in the... See what I got going on here? I'm close enough to our hot wire here. That's why I've been running the turkeys and the egg layers on the perimeter of this field, so I can just hook up to the hot wire there. But this is something new here. This was a cool rooster too. That's too bad. All right, let's check on the eggs here, see what we got. Guys, these hen gear, whoa, there's one for the chickens. These hen gear nesting boxes, I gotta say, they are the cat's meow. Look at the size of that guy. We got this chicken that gives us that green egg, blue, whatever you want to call it, and it's a monster. Let's see what we got in there. We got some brood chicks in here. Oh, there's one right there. One's laying. Kick them off. Guys, just look how clean those eggs are. That's hen gear nesting boxes. They lay in there and they come falling back. And we got a nice little jackpot here. All right, guys, it's one thing. If you're gonna raise chickens, you're gonna come out here and do chicken chores and all this stuff every day. Better wash your hands afterwards. Better wash your hands. I learned my lesson the hard way. I got a infection in my stomach from probably getting chicken crap on me and, you know, touching my sweaty face, my water bottle, whatever. And I'll tell you, I've never been so sick before in my life. So if you follow along the channel for a while, you know I'm always preaching. Make sure you wash your hands after chicken chores. All right, out here with the sheep. I just moved the sheep yesterday into a new paddock. Let's go check that out. Here's what they just came out of. You can see it's, well, they came out of this about 6 days ago. It's starting to grow back really well. But here's what they did overnight. They put a little hammer on that. They got another 3 days probably in here. We got a mixture of haired sheep and a little half-haired, half-wool sheep in there. Just coming out here to give them some minerals. Hey there, guy. How you doing, buddy? They're starting to get to know me. All right, guys, setting up cattle here. We're gonna run them across the road. This is what I mean by the stream field. You know, this is a few hundred feet long, probably 7,500 feet wide, and there's a stream way down in there. Cattle seem to stay pretty much out of that thing. I don't really have a problem with them getting in there. I'm gonna leave them in here for about 8 hours or so. I'm gonna get out here early in the morning and I'm gonna move them out to this field here. And I'll tell you, the last couple times we've come in here and hammered this, I mean, they've took it right down to nothing. This is a little messed up because we just ran a water line through here this spring. It's not fully grown back, but this is actually grown back. It's beautiful. I mean, if you know what they did to the thing, it's quite amazing that we're looking at grass that's 16, 18 inches tall. I just hooked up their water tub over here and I put a little wire around it. I always put a wire around their water tub when I can, just because it's not, you know, keeps them from fighting. One, maybe two can get in here at a time. Other than that, they'll just wait their turn. And if they don't, they'll get shocked. This one, frost free right here, services like 3 fields right here. All right, so it just kind of goes to show you how, you know, one frost free can go a long ways. And these aren't super big fields, but you know, we're gonna get, you know, 5-6 days out of what you see right here. So hopefully, anyway. Lock that, wrap this string around here a couple times. Boom, she's hot. And here's that field I was telling you about, guys. This was the area that I overgrazed it, and it was beat up pretty good. I'll put a link in the description to that video if I can remember. When I'm editing this thing, I'll put a link in there so you can see how bad it was. And this is about a 50-day rest. And I mean, this grass is fully recovered. You know, it's up past my elbow, if you can see that, up into my shoulder. So it's up to my knee, and it's 100% leaf. There's no stem, there's no seed head. One thing I've realized about this non-selective grazing is, boy, when you get past that first graze and you come back, man, I mean, there's a little bit gone to seed here, but most of it is 100% leaf. This is some beautiful, beautiful feed right here. All right, guys, I'm set up. I'm ready to go. Got a little laneway here going across the laneway. Open up this gate, connect it to that one, and they'll go right through. And they're ready to go. They did great on this field. There's still a lot of forage out there. They did a really good job cleaning that up. That was some of the most rankest stuff, I would say, because it was the oldest, but it had a lot of regrowth, honestly. Stuff had grown up and regrew again, and they did a great job on it. So let's go do pig chores, and then my neighbor's gonna help me move across the road. Actually, the landowner of this farm. All right, guys, out here at the pig pastures, and just wanted to show you the regrowth. We got some beautiful regrowth. We haven't grazed this yet with the pigs, but this will be starting our second rotation of the pigs right here. So that cover crop I put out here is just going gangbusters, man. It's really doing its job. Some areas don't look quite as good as others. I use different mixes, just trying to figure out what I wanted to plant. I think I'm gonna go back to that because that's done really well. There's actually a lot of good clovers and stuff down in there too. So that's gonna be some good stuff. You might look over here and see this pasture that they're in and say, man, that thing's beat up. You need to move them. And you're right. But there's something I'm doing here. What I'm doing is I'm leaving them in this pasture. They've been in here. This is actually about 3 paddocks that I would normally give them. And guys, you couldn't see nothing. It was so many thorns out here. And I just said to myself, you know what, I'm gonna leave them. You can see what they're doing to these thorns. They're tearing them up pretty good. And every day I come out here and they're tearing them up a little more. They're tearing them up a little more. They're tearing them up a little more. So my thought was, I'm so sick of these thorns. I came in here and I cut a lot of them early spring, late winter to prepare to get these pigs out here. And you can see it was just like pruning a rose bush, you know, this multiflora rose just comes right back. So what I decided was I'm gonna see if I leave them in here for a couple weeks, which they've been in here for about 2 weeks actually right now. And I thought, you know what, I'm just gonna give them extra room, let them in here and just see what happens. Will they get rid of these things on their own without me coming in here? Because I hate to say it, I have never done it on this farm since I've owned it, but I'm about to do some spraying, you know, this winter or something, to try to eliminate these things, man. They're going like crazy. Here's what the paddocks look like we just came out of. Now this is where I spread a bunch of clover seed, some turnip, some rapeseed, and a couple different grasses, and you can see that's coming back just beautifully. So you know, that's only 2-3 weeks ago. So I'm real happy with what's happening here. It's just a matter of time. All right, well, my neighbor Steve's gonna go park the buggy in the road with the hazards on. I got a slappy, and the cattle are pretty close here, except for Winifred up there on that hill, which doesn't surprise me. She's always the big pain in the butt in the group. Come on, come on. Get them all poke their heads up when I do that. It's funny. Come on. Go. Come on. Let's go. You too. Let's go. Boy, you wait till we get over here. We're coming over here next. That's a beautiful looking field. Absolutely beautiful. Come on. Look at this guy. He's going into the processor soon. There's a big boy bull here. Come on. Let's go, buddy. Let's go. Come on. Looks like he's staying in good shape. Out here breeding the girls. No calves, hopefully go on the other side of that temporary fence. That will be a plus. Come on. Come on, hey. Thank you, ma'am.
But you don't leave the line across the road.
No. Yeah, thanks for the help. You can park it right here. That seems like a fair trade. Couple dozen eggs for the help. Huh? Well, you know, maybe so, but come on. What it would have been like doing it without anybody, I don't know. Come on, let's go. Come on, let's go. Come on. Hey. Hey, get out of there. Come on. Come on. There he is. He's looking like he's staying in good shape out here breeding the ladies too. Nice. Come on. Let's go. And get that foxtail when we come back here in about a week. You'll be right back here grazing this down. Hey, let's go, big boy. Come on, big boy. Hey, let's go. Nice, nice, nice. This couldn't have been any better of a cattle drive. Boy, guys, it's nice having trained cattle, isn't it? Respect a single wire. Know what we're doing. There's no yelling. There's no hollering. Yeah, I got this little slappy that I slap around just to get the calves' attentions more than anything. And give them a little push when needed. But this is what they're going into. This was grazed right down to about the dirt about 50 days ago, and just look at them. They are just hammering it. It's up under their bellies now. Get on in there. Come on. Hey, come on. Nice. Boy, they are just flat out going to town on that stuff, man. It's a water grass that's right there. It's this stuff right here. Waterfowl really like it. Well, I mean, there's a ton of grass in there too, but just this little area right here, because it's a little wet. Boy, they're just hammering it. Well, I went ahead and switched rigs because I've been having this kind of permanently hooked up since I'm feeding hay down there. I do have some forage down there, but I want to let it grow up a little bit more and let that grass get a little more established before I go and let them eat it down again. Let's go. All right, guys, out here on the heifer farm, the new lease, and I've got them kind of blocked away from everything. I've got to bush hog this field, so that I'm going to be doing here in the next few days. The other side looks pretty good. That's had a nice probably 21 25 day rest. That's doing really good. I could run them over there and graze them, but I'm gonna let that grow up a little bit more, and I'm gonna start feeding hay out here. I want to get this hay fed as much as I can to try to build this soil. You can see I threw a couple junk bales out here too, and they picked through that, but what I'm gonna do here shortly is I'm gonna open this up and I'm gonna start feeding hay on that too. And I'm gonna try to work my way right across this field, but I'm gonna really hammer it. Since I'm gonna feed hay, I might as well make the best of it. These heifers are staying in really good condition. I've really checked their room, and every time I come down here, everybody seems pretty well full. And this is a good quality bale. So you're gonna see when I roll this out how good it is. Take a look at this stuff. Oh man, that is some beautiful hay. Tons of alfalfa in there. Just really good tender grass. Cut at the right time, baled the right way. Look at that. Some really good stuff. So they're gonna do well on this. All right, so the new water is working great. I don't even think that you guys have seen this yet, but I've piped this whole farm. That's that, guys. I appreciate you watching the video. This is a somewhat typical Thursday night, short of the long cattle move. This is what I do every day outside of work. So I appreciate you watching. Hey man, go ahead, hit that subscribe button, like the video. That's what really gets the channel out there in front of other people. So I'd appreciate it if you guys would like the video and help me out. So appreciate you watching. God bless.